the shot. Well, that's the other thing. It's fine to think positive thoughts. You've got to do it.
Short and put away. Beautiful stroke. No ball called. Superb stroke from Alistair Campbell. He's played one on the on and now the offside.
That's a fantastic shot. First of all, the no ball. Just getting into his spell. Alistair Campbell's got his eye in. He's been there 7 overs. Really cracks it.
Dear, oh dear. How close can you be? Again, it's a better shot. This is forward to cover. Short and wide.
Well, this one's shorter and slower. Alistair Campbell hits it in front of cover. Last one in front of point, but this time he gets so much time to have a look at it. Sits up for him and crunch. It's almost a back foot drive.
It's a good shot in the gap again. And it's running very fast, this outfield. I don't think Fleming will get it. So 3 boundaries off the over. 3 glorious strokes from Alistair Campbell.
Great shot. Well, we saw 3 of those, or 2 of those square cuts in Ian Harvey's last over. Once again, just a little bit short, a bit wide. Alistair Campbell onto it in a flash.
That's safe. A combination of Haddin playing in his first match and Warne, much more experienced, couldn't do anything about that. It was just a bit too high and in an awkward position for Haddin.
Well, the key here was, if you're going to throw the bat, throw it hard. That's what Guy Whittall did. Got enough edge on it. Place it between Shane Warne and Brad Haddin.
Oh, that's a bad delivery. That's a long hop. Smashed away for 4. Harvey continuing. Good shot. Straight down the ground. The Zimbabweans need more of those. That's a lovely shot. No one back covering that straight boundary. That's much more like it.
Just wondering how long it would have taken Guy Whittall to start playing shots like this off Ian Harvey. Not a lot of lateral movement on this pitch at the moment. And both men up, mid-on and mid-off up. Pushing, looking for 2. And the fumble. Got there. 54, Alistair Campbell as well. That was good running. Put a bit of pressure on Glenn McGrath at long on. And he got back. Well played, Alistair Campbell.
That's got to be pretty adjacent. Oh, and this will be close. Oh, he's got him. What a good bit of fielding. Good job. It wasn't left up to Warne. He was busy asking the LBW question. The run out was on. It was magnificently done. Picked up there by Haddin. That's his first major contribution. He'll want to see this again, that's for sure.
Well, he was off in a flash, Brad Haddin, when he realized that the batsmen were attempting a run, and that was good work. Very accurate throw. Fortunately for Australia, Shane Warne allowed it to get past, and Guy Whittall is well short of his ground. They lose their first wicket by the run-out route. It's 1 for 94.
Stuart Carlyle is the new batsman in at number 3.
Towards you there, Stuart. Yes, centre there.
Well, that's a good shot. Beautifully played. Lovely cover drive. That's more like it. A few like that from Stuart Carlyle, and it could make a huge difference. Well, that's as good a shot as we've seen today.
Has brought the 100 up for Zimbabwe as well. That's what Stuart Carlyle needs to do, because the fielders are all up when he's on strike.
Shane Warne with these leggies, and that's it. Over the top. Beautifully played. Bounces over the top for 6. That's magnificent stuff. Alistair Campbell has decided he's going to take it to the Aussies today. And so far, he's batted absolutely superbly. This is a very good shot. Down the wicket to Shane Warne. Take that way back over the top of the bowler's head there. And for 6.
That's another misfield. I'll make that about 4 in the last 4 overs. 1 and over in the last 4 overs. We've seen misfields, which is very unusual from this Australian side.
In the air, he's coming around. Symonds could get this. I think he will. Oh, yes, what a cricketer. We've been picking him out. He did it easily. He ran probably 15 or 20 metres to his right. Judged it to perfection. That's a big wicket, a wonderful catch. Damien Martin the bowl, but it was really Andrew Symonds' wicket. Good outfielding, superb catching.
As we were saying, he's a brilliant fielder. Got there quickly. He's a very strong man, Andrew Symonds. Strength of upper body, strength of legs. That gave him the power to get there. It's 2 for 1, 6 to 4.
Andy Flower, the experienced campaigner for Zimbabwe, 167 matches, good strike rate, a good average, fine player. He's at the non-striker's end, joining Campbell, so 2 left-handers at the crease now. But a superb bit of catching in the deep by Andrew Symonds, brought about the down for Stuart Carlisle, 36 off 40 for Carlisle. Very good short innings. It'll be close if he hits. Oops, was Ponting. It was very close. I think he might have been just home.
Not too sure he would have made it. He would have been out, I think. Ricky Ponting just missing the stumps. And he knows it was close. That would have been another wicket down. Would have been run out without facing and the Flower. That would have been disaster for New Zimbabwe.
He's run out without facing the ball for Andy Flower. Ponting hit the stumps. It wasn't that far shy either. So Damien Martin's done the job. He's got the breakthrough that was needed. Martin has 1 for 13 in his 3rd over. Oops, just wide of Haddin. Push away through slip. Coming back for the 2nd, and he's struggling a fraction, but he's home. Stuart Carlisle. He picked the gap, didn't hit it wide enough. Worked it on the onside, and here comes Andrew Symonds. Superb judgment, big strider, wonderful hands. That's what people come to see. Full house here at Belrive Oval. Campbell gets this one fine down to Fleming. It's 2 for 1, 6 8. It's a beautiful afternoon now, bright and sunny, plenty of blue sky. They're very vocal. They're singing, they're playing their trumpets. I think they're overjoyed by this wonderful performance by Zimbabwe as well. And Fleming, oh, he's asked the call. He should be safe, surely. Umpire Torpel asking for the 3rd umpire, John Smearton, but Fleming misfielded. The throw was just a fraction high.
Bit of fumbling again, that's why they took on the arm. I have a feeling that he got there, not in the picture yet, but he got there. Just got in.
And it's just there, wasn't much in it. That throw had been a fraction lower, probably been judged run out. It would have been a tragedy for Alistair Campbell on 86. Drive straight, but it's Andrew Symonds, just a single. Good throw to the keeper. wickets in hand for Zimbabwe. Overs to spare. Campbell will try and bat through the innings, one would feel. He's on 87. Andy Flowers on 4. Oh, and he's whipped that away easily.
Well, the field was just changed before that delivery. There was a man out deep in the mid-wicket region. Steve Waugh decided to put a man in the slip cordon, bring in the deep mid-wicket. And so Andy Flowers says, well, lots of room on the onside. Now the field is being changed again. Man goes back out deep. Slip is still in place, though. Same 3 men on the onside, just that the mid-wicket has gone right back to the boundary. That's why the man has been left in the slip cordon, and the Flower did nudge a few balls down to the 3rd man region in the previous over.
Cracking shot, a glorious shot. There's a sweep on defence, but he won't get near it. He's a very good player. He's prepared to take you on. You play all the shots, reverse sweeps, cuts and drives. That was superbly struck.
Very good shot. He's a very, very good player, as Bill Lawrie said. And the Flowers made runs against every attack around the world under all conditions.
No. 12 off the over, 2 for 182. And it's been very consistent. Well-judged innings so far. Just lost the 2 wickets. And that's over the top of Haddin. That's going fine. I'll get at least 2. The Australians, apart from Andrew Symonds, have been sloppy in the field. Some missed fields. That's a very good batting chart. Sent in on a pitch that had a bit of life early on. They did well in the first 10 overs and they got the score up. They've only lost 2 wickets and 1 was a run out. Magnificent run out by Haddin, the wicket keeper.
That was well played again by Andy Flowers. Slow delivery. Just maintaining the momentum, making sure that this run rate keeps on just edging up. 2 wickets have fallen, but you haven't seen any dip in the run rate because of the loss of those wickets. Very good batting.
This time they're looking for 2, not on. Through the slips. The slips was fine, and that's 4. Andy Flower plays that shot. They've got Mark Waugh in at about a 3rd slip. He went between the keeper and Mark Waugh. Campbell gets 4. He goes to 93.
Was a shot to be attempting, but he has been at the crease long enough. He's picking up the ball well. He's seeing it well. Guided it perfectly. Just wide of Mark Waugh.
This time he glances fine. Finally coming around. It's Harvey, but he picks up 2 more. So all of a sudden, Campbell's on 95.
Was a slow delivery from Glenn McGrath. I think that is the reason why it didn't get to the boundary for 4. Not as much pace on that delivery as the previous one. Alistair Campbell marching on. Very good strike rate. Mid-80s.
Good strike rate, 10 4s and 1 6. It's played with great concentration and skill here. This is Australian attack. hit the ball cleanly, played beautifully through the offside. Yes! Good call. Is he home? Yes, he is. Leg by called. Andy Flower calling early.
Wait.
It's misfield. It may get two. A bit of a knock on here. That's good running. Symonds again putting him under pressure. It's safely home.
Bunting coming in very sharp at backward point. Wasn't the easiest of bounces for him. Square does look a little bit rough in that area.
Well played. Fleming changing his pace but dropping too short. Campbell now on strikes on 97. Neil Johnson was the man who played very well for Zimbabwe in the World Cup. Got 132 against Australia. Lords. Campbell has taken over that role. 2 for 200 in the 40th over.
They're going to run for it. That's it. That's a superb century. Alistair Campbell chalks up his 6th one-day international century, second against Australia. He's second in 2001, and he receives the appropriate accolation here from this big crowd.
It is a good crowd. So many people that we're live all day to our Hobart audience.
Well, that's a good shot. He swept that one beautifully. Very, very fine. It's gone for 4. What this Andy Flower with his sweeps and reverse sweeps, he really does. He's worked hard at trying to come up with a formula that on occasions really does create problems for spinners.
The other thing he's done is play very sensibly since he came in to join Alistair Campbell, and he scored at a run a ball or better. So far he's got 27 from 27 balls. And it's been a good exhibition, good thinking cricket.
Yes, the partnership now worth 51, so he's got more than half of the runs scored, and they've scored those 51 in 48 balls. I'll be looking to just lift it a little bit, run a ball at least 6 or 7 and over. That's well played down the wicket through the offside field, and that'll go for 4 as well. So they're starting to pick up the boundaries now. Once again, Andy Flower giving himself a little bit of room and finding the gap beautifully. Here's the reverse sweep. He always smashed that one away. Great shot. Boy, does he play that shot superbly. Absolutely magnificently played. Purposely got underneath that one and got it up over backward point's head.
It's a wonderful shot. It's quite different from the normal reverse sweep we see from quite a number of batsmen. That is a whack.
They're going to be looking for 2s here wherever they possibly can, and will get them. This will frustrate Warne. It was again a direct hit.
Well, that's great cricket from the 2 left-handers, Campbell and Andy Flower.
Yes, yes.
Steered away nicely. That's his half-century. It's been a superb half-century, this one. He's come out there, played every shot in the book. 49 off, correction, 50 or 43 balls. He's a superb cricketer. That brings up the 100 partnership. It's 2 for 264. Shane Warne continuing. Oh, and a chance there of a stumping. I think he's going to have to ask the question. He should have got him first up, but he actually fumbled the ball, Haddin, regathered, took the bails off, may have been just a little bit late.
Well, I think Warne saw him coming and pushed it wide, which made it very difficult for Haddin. He got it back, but I doubt if he got it back in time. There's the fumble. Now comes the bat. Well, there's not going to be very much in it. By Simon Taufer was quite right to call for the television umpire. So we know that the stumps are broken just about the time the bat was sliding back. There's the fumble.
I think he's gone.
There's the bail going, but is it completely off at that point? Looks as though he's gone.
Yes, it's got to be completely dislodged. It's a tough one. Will he give him the benefit? No, he hasn't. I think the right decision was made. I think he was just out of his ground. The third umpire there has had a look at every single replay available, and I think that I agree with that decision. They're very often very difficult. There it is again. There's the fumble. So Haddin has got his stumping, and well, that's the end of Campbell. Out for 124. It's now 3 for 265. Heath Streak is the new batsman, and we know that he can smash it, and he's going to have to too, because 48 overs have been bowled. And he Flowers on strike. Will he reverse sweep him? He's decided to sweep him. This is over. Is it going to be caught? Oh yes, well taken, beautifully taken, lovely timing down there. They're not easy when you're right on the boundary. He was coming in, as all the fieldsmen have to do. But Damien Martin went back a few metres, and sensational catch.
Wonderful fielding. It's a beautiful sweep, and that is difficult. Not unlike one many years ago in classic catches. John Dyson, the goalkeeper, was the man who took it on that occasion. Another one there for Damien Martin, who's an Australian rules man. And it's 4 for 266.
Ron Flower, the new batsman,
Centre there, Graf.
up there to take over from his brother. So Grant Flower on strike. 2 balls to go in the over. Oh, he's had a go at it, managed to get it away. It's gone popping up in the air over the top of mid-wicket's head. Oh, bowled, beautifully bowled, Glenn McGrath, right up in the block hole. Nice and fast as well. The batsman having to look to play shots. And, of course, that very often results in the stumps being knocked over. McGrath bang on target again.
Wonderful delivery from McGrath, and it came back in the air as well. Looked as though there might have been a touch of reverse swing there. The breeze is assisting that in swing. 5 for 269.
Dirk Viljoen is the new batsman.
Everton.
Oh, that's a good shot. That's a great shot. Into the crowd for 6. Wonderful shot by Heath Streak. That's exactly what's needed. Well, he gave him just a little bit of room to move in there. Backed away a little bit, Heath, but boy, is he strong.
That's what they need. They're going to get to that 280 mark. 2 balls to go. Beautifully struck ball.
Full toss, bowled him out. Clean bowled him right up there, trying to steer it away to third man. And Viljoen out bowled by Glenn McGrath, who's ended up with pretty tidy figures. 2 for 43 off his 10. And, well, Zimbabwe too, ending up with a tidy total. There's the delivery again, right at the base of off stump. Just over-pitched a little bit. It wasn't quite a Yorker. Just missed the line a little bit there, Viljoen, and as a result, the off stump went down. So Viljoen out bowled by Glenn McGrath, and Zimbabwe end up with 6 for 279.
Zimbabwe put in a bat by Australia, 6 for 279, and everyone got some runs except for Grant Flower and Viljoen down the bottom when they were giving it the dash towards the end. Campbell 124, Guy Whittall 36, Stuart Carlisle 36, Andy Flower a brilliant 51 from just 44 balls, and Heath Streak unbeaten on 10, including a magnificent 6 off Glenn McGrath in the last over. Flower and Viljoen 3 and 1 respectively. 18 extras, no balls and wides dominating there. 6 for 279 from 50 and 280 to win. McGrath bowled beautifully, 10 overs, 1 maiden, 2 for 43 and a total of 279 is very good. And Fleming also was in top form, none for 46 in 10. Harvey none for 54. Shane Warne 2 for 51, did a good job when he came back there at the end. Bowling at the death's never too much fun. And Symonds had 51 taken from 7. Martin 28 from 4. So from what was around about a full ration for a bowler, if you add those two together, there were almost 80 runs came. Now the situation is that 280 are needed to win by the Australians. Zimbabwe have done very well, 50 overs remaining there and 10 wickets in hand. The required run rate almost 5.6. So we're in for a great afternoon here at...
So Mark Waugh, the normal opener, normally out there with Adam Gilchrist, but Gilchrist has been given a little time off, and Mark Waugh is out in the centre with Andrew Symonds.
Conventional field, 2 slips in place. Off we go.
Oh, and what a delivery. Got him first ball as a big appeal for caught behind. Surely he nicked that one. I thought there was a little noise there. Oh, and now there's overthrows. Dead ball signalled. Well, they're all gathered down that far end. They thought they had Andrew Symonds out first ball. It certainly did bounce. Heath Streak can't believe it. He's just wandering back to his mark, walks past the umpire down there. Can we pick up a little deflection here? Well, there was a noise, that's for sure. Now, the question is, did it hit the pad, or did his bat hit the pad? A little bit of a flick there. Was there a flick on the glove? Well, I've got to say that the glove was very close to the ball, and a spontaneous response from behind the stumps there. In the air and just wide. Yes, that was just a slight bit further up, and again lots of commitment down there, but not cutting that one off. Oh, he's hit that one. He has hit that one. It has gone miles. Boy, you can't play games with this bloke. Oh, that's lucky. Little bottom edge down past the off stump. And that's 4 as well. Well, fortune favours the brave, and he's certainly brave. It's nicely flicked away fine as well. It's running away down towards the boundary there, and it's 4. It's 4. Well, he's having a nightmare out there. This man has been drafted into the side to make a difference. Another one bounces and flies away past the keeper. Back for 2 and a third. Boy, it's all happening out there. That one never touched anything. Just the short delivery with the keeper standing up.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Gave himself some room. McCarroll will be tested here. He must keep it full and he must keep it straight. It brings up his 50 off just 40 deliveries faced. What a good all-round cricketer he is. Brilliant field, handy bowler, and a very talented batsman.
The Symonds took a wonderful catch when Zimbabwe batted today. His ground fielding once again was out of this world.
I'm not laughing really, but he just stood there and waited for that. He is just slow medium. If you're going to bowl a slow medium, you must be up. Nothing wrong with being slower than medium, but this is far too short. Look at that, and he's gone whack. Out should be. Yes, he is. That's the wicket they needed. Good change by the skipper. The leg spinner gets a wicket and a big wicket. Symonds hitting down the ground, hit it straight down the throat of mid-on, and boy, they needed to hang on to that. Well, Ewan took the catch, a much-needed wicket for Zimbabwe.
That was going like a rocket. It almost drilled him, but he hung on to it, and that is what they desperately needed. 89 on the board, 13.1 gone.
Ricky Ponting, a standing ovation for the local hero.
Yes, yes.
That one's through as well. And that one looks like going for 4 as well. That's the 16th boundary in the first 15 overs for Australia, and also brings up the 100. It's a nice shot. Will beat mid-on. Up the hill here towards that Church Street end. No, it's up the hill. It still runs away for 3. That one's up in the air. Mackay's underneath it, and he's hung on to it. And that's the wicket they needed. Gus Mackay's had a mixed day in the field, to say the least. That one was up there a long time. He waited under it, but in the end caught it reasonably comfortably, and that's the wicket they needed.
Certainly needed the wicket. Not too sure if Australia needed a shot like this at this stage from Ricky Ponting. Well, they have been very attacking, so they decided to attack right through. Gus Mackay kept his eyes on it, which was very important. The wicket goes down for Australia. It's 2 for 114.
Australian captain Steve Waugh comes to the crease to replace Ricky Ponting. Oh, it's a good shot. It's the Steve Waugh signature shot. Just a fraction wide from Nkala. Steve Waugh played the square cut and did not move after it. And that one's through as well. And that's beautifully hit. Just picked the gap nicely between the 2 men in the deep. One out in the sweep, one at deep mid-wicket. Steve Waugh's hit that nice and square. Found the gap beautifully.
From well wide of off stump as well.
This time he goes over wide mid-off. That'll bring up his 50. And what's more, thought it might have crossed the rope. Sure that umpire Steve Davis will ask for another look at that one. Deep long off. But regardless, that'll bring up Mark Waugh's 50. Only 59 balls faced. Another very good contribution.
Certainly is. Gus Mackay again doing the fielding in the wide long off position. Not the smooth. Stopped it though.
Over the top, but not quite intended to carry the boundary. I think that was intended to be the chip shot that it was. Nicely played. 2 more. Straight down the ground.
That's beautifully timed. Well, it may have been saved, or it may be signalled as a 4. Depend entirely on what sort of a slide has been made, successful or otherwise.
I think he did it. I think he just got it. Oh, hang on. We might have to see whether that rope moved just before he got rid of the ball. I saw just a little bit of movement as he got his hand on. Let's see where his foot goes here. His foot touches the rope. Yes, I think that's probably a 4.
Here goes that big one of his, and it's going to go all the way to way back. That's a huge 6. That was very nearly out of the ground. A couple of metres off the fence right at the back there, just alongside that tree.
Well, that certainly woke him up back there. And this is that shot he plays these days. Whacked it away. Have a look at it go. And went flying up towards the fence.
.50s and 1500s for Mark Waugh. Now 41 50s and 300s for Steve Waugh.
He's gone for it. It's a high ball. It's going way out towards his favourite spot. Bounces. Plugs.
That then brings up Steve Waugh's 50. The crowd and scoreboard and myself out in the last shot, but there's no fieldsman out there, so even a miss hit is going to be safe. And I can't understand the sense in this slide. The ball is absolutely stationary. It's got to take more time than a pick up and throw.
Somebody gets it away, finds the gap, some width. Brings up to 200 for 2, and it's a great batting display, this. Chasing 280, you need to play well. And apart from Ponting, who was out for 6, all the batsmen striking the ball into the gaps. It's short, and beautifully balanced, beat cover point, and that's 4. There it goes, man coming around. Will we get to it? I don't think so. 6. If he'd been standing there, he may have well caught it. Standing inside the rope, but he was a fraction wide, and once again, Steve Waugh finding that region around mid-wicket. Picked up the leg spinner from way outside off stump. Free swing of the arms, brings up the century partnership, and crash into the base of the fence. Guy Whittall. Steve Waugh drives, and that's just about the best shot of the day. Hardly moved, hit it straight through wide. He's made off position. That's a glorious off drive. Whittall, half volley, Waugh beautifully into the stroke.
Cannot pick anything wrong with that shot. Foot plants, stable base, elbow up, head behind the ball, and that's why he got so much power. He's got such fast wrists and bat speed, Steve Waugh. Makes it look too easy.
Goes again. And he is smashing them. That's 4 more. Well, this full house, they're seeing a wonderful batting exhibition by this Australian team. They've been challenged here today. The target was 280. And they're making a meal of it. And 35th over, Steve Waugh races to 79 after 67 balls.
And this one's a slower ball, so Steve Waugh has to make the pace. Throws his wrists at it, gets down on that back leg.
Not far away, yes. LBW. Ball going straight on, I suspect. Going straight on, and whether it pitched in line, whether it would have hit the stumps is another matter. It's a very full delivery. Well, I'd have thought middle stump about halfway up.
Well, every journey starts with a small step. That's the beginning. Steve Waugh being dismissed. It's 3 for 234.
So he comes in, age 23, making his debut in limited overs internationals. A very accomplished batsman. Played extremely well for New South Wales in both forms of the game, the Sheffield Shield and the Pura Cup, and also the Mercantile Mutual Cup. And it doesn't stop with the Wars. Haddin, who is a wonderfully attacking player at the levels I've talked about, playing in his first match here. That's the type of stroke he plays. He keeps it straight.
Straight and simple. The best way to play, straight down the ground.
Opportunity for Haddin, only a small one because not many runs to be made, but still good to get him out there. And that's a fine shot. Whittall has tried to test him out with something a bit shorter, but Haddin is a good player of the pull or hook shot.
Not quite the pace we're bowling that length. I suppose at that pace, when the batsman is using his feet to come and hit you straight down the ground, you're not too sure why you should want to be pitching up.
It's a very good stroke from Harvey. Now there's an interesting little equation comes up. So Harvey is 7. Mark Waugh needs 8 for a century. And there are only 13 needed to win. And now he needs 8 out of 12. Perfectly possible. But he needs to hit a 4 and make sure that they don't run for it and cross. Otherwise, they only get 1 under the new law. He just needs to... Now that is a small problem in whatever things they were trying to do out there. I think it's come 1, sorry, Mark.
Still theoretically possible. 3 runs to get. That would mean that Mark Waugh has to hit a 4.
Last ball coming up. He's made it just over Heathstreak's head. He's got 100. And you can mark down quite a bit of the credit for that in the end to Ian Harvey. He was well aware of what needed to be done if Mark Waugh were to reach 3 figures. He's made 100 from 112 balls faced. Steve Waugh 81 from 72. Is a great partnership between them.
And it was a very good shot to bring up the 3 figures as well. Typical Mark Waugh shot over the extra cover region, just eluding Heathstreak inside the circle. And once it got over his head, it was always going to be a boundary. Not too sure why Harvey was running down, though. He certainly didn't want to be crossing. He got there, the ball that is, before Harvey got to Mark Waugh. Otherwise, it would have been a single.
It was a very good performance from Mark Waugh. 16th one-day international 100. 7th in Australia. The first time he's made one at Bellerive. He's been the most successful Australian batsman over the years. 3rd against Zimbabwe. And his 2nd century in this series. And since he's gone up to the opening position, it's the 13th time he's made 100. In this case, Mark Waugh opened the innings with Andrew Symonds, and they put on a tremendous partnership to start things off for the Australians. 4 for 282.